Good evening, Rawan. First, I would like to welcome you at the European Endowment for Democracy.
Thank you.
I have a couple of questions about your experience with the EED and your initiative, and also some, opinions and visions of the situation in your country, Lebanon, and your understanding of democracy. So, first, how did you find out about the EED? How did you hear of the organization?
I am a part of the Arab Women Leadership Institute, and through this AWLI, they always circulate whatever is new and is of interest for women in the MENA region. I got it actually through an email from the AWLI, and it was of a great interest for me. It was a new organization, and I thought that maybe we have a chance to do something for the Beqaa in Lebanon.
Okay. And how could you summarize your initiative in a few sentences?
Our initiative is to have a network among 9 organizations from the Beqaa, different regions, different religions, from Rashaya to Hermel, which are of different, as I said, sects, Druze, Christians, Muslims, Sunnis, and Shia. We have a TOT of 3 people from each organization who train or mirror these trainings in their own organizations for 20 people. So we are addressing about 207 people. The topics that we have thought about are the topics of democracy, electoral law and electoral reform, corruption, media, campaigning, advocacy, besides others. And we also have a trip that have people from all over the Beqaa, and also a national debate on the topics that we've mentioned. And it will be finalized by a campaign all over the Beqaa about something that is of interest for all, especially like public service or something like that.
So you said that you try to bring representatives and members from very different sects and communities in Lebanon. So you consider that the sectarian division or the sectarian fragmentation in Lebanon as the biggest obstacle to democracy?
I think that the rule of political parties is higher than that of the state itself.
Mm-hmm.
This regime that we have in Lebanon is now mostly represented in the parliament, and also as we have it as ministers and so. The problem is that these people don't really represent people, and we have people on the grassroots who are with the peace, and they like each other. They don't have problems. They don't have these divisions, but they don't have their voice heard. So what we are trying, or what we are attempting to, is to have the voices of normal people, of the grassroots, heard against politicians and sectarians.
Okay. How would you, have you already dealt with other donors, with other funding mechanisms than the EED?
We have had some grants in the past. But this was our biggest grant, actually.
Okay. And how would you compare your previous experience with the one of the EED?
The main thing about the EED is that you speak, from which we get, as we got the grant from EED. We are not a registered NGO, mm-hmm. or we haven't had a registration number at that time when we proposed. And that was a problem for the donors all the time. They always want a kind of bureaucracy and mechanism that we didn't have, and we didn't have the means to have it at that time. Mm-hmm. So it was easier for us, and it was more flexible, and even more, we felt that we are more at ease when we were dealing with the European Endowment for Democracy, because it meant that people really believed in us and in our initiative, regardless of the background that we have, as whether we are an organization or we are a group of activists.
Okay. And just, as a final question, and just generally speaking, how would you define the concept of democracy? What is, to you, in your ideal world, what would you describe democracy as like?
I think democracy is where everyone's rights are preserved, and that's what we lack.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.